네, 바로 2인 부문 발표에 대한 설명이 있겠습니다. 2인 부문 발표는 약 7분에서 8분간 진행이 되어야 하며 발표 이후 질의응답이 있을 예정입니다. 개인 부문과 마찬가지로 질의응답은 총 2개의 질문으로 이루어지며 답은 반드시 영어로 하셔야 됩니다. 각 질문단 답변은 1분을 넘기지 않도록 해주십시오.
The team presentations will last from 7 to 8 minutes, and there will be a Q&A session after. Like the individual presentations, the Q&A session will consist of 2 questions, and the answers must be in English. Please make sure that each answer does not go over the 1-minute mark.
2인 부문 발표 심사위원을 소개하겠습니다.
We'll now introduce the judges for the team presentation.
영어영문학과 배만호 교수님입니다.
Professor Pnu영어 from the English department.
영어영문학과 벤메이 교수님입니다.
Professor Ben May from the English department.
영어영문학과 장경철 교수님입니다.
Professor Pnu영어 from the English department.
교양교육원 데니엘 파노조 교수님입니다.
Professor Daniel Pnu영어 from the Institute of General Education.
네, 지금부터 2인 부문 발표를 시작하도록 하겠습니다. 무역학과의 김지수, 김유영님 올라와 주십시오.
We will now begin the team presentations. Will Kim Ji-soo and Kim Yu-young of the Department of Trade please come up?
Hello, my name is Jisoo.
And yeah.
Is it your first time to visit here? If so, we're warmly welcoming your visit to Busan University. Thank you. Someone might be a sophomore or junior, or might be a senior like us. Today we are here to introduce famous spots in PNU with our stories through this PNU Blue Bus routine. As PNU students usually take this blue circular bus, we cannot exclude this. And actually, we are confident to say we've been so many hot places in PNU, and we've enjoyed our campus life in PNU.
지수,
Okay.
I'm gonna die to wait. Hurry up, tell me.
Hold on. I also cannot wait to give out awesome information and tips to enjoy your campus life in PNU. It must be useful, especially to first visitors, freshmen, and also to exchange students. Now let's get on this blue bus. Come on.
Follow me. First of all, as you ride about 10 minutes by bus, you can list the bus stop name 사회가, the social science building. And when you get off the bus, you can see the wide grassy area in front of the social science building. In there, students can have some delicious foods, breathing in fresh air outside, and study with their group members and enjoying their leisure time in various ways. One personal memory comes up in my mind regarding this garden. When I was a freshman, I played a game with my friends, such as a hide and seek and water game. It was so impressive memory for me. And I am going to tell you one secret behind this garden's name. Many students call this garden just 사자, but the garden's real name is 예원정, the garden of courtesy. This garden has quite a formal name, hasn't it?
Yes. What a former name is.
Furthermore, one professor held a great wedding ceremony in our 예원정. This news makes me think this place is a very romantic place in our PNU. If you have time, I recommend you stroll this romantic path with your boyfriend or girlfriend. Where is the next stop, Jisoo?
Next stop is 경암 제6관. At this stop, I'd like to explain here with our short experience. When we were sophomore, we worked out and played hard at this stop. First of all, we used to visit 경암 Gymnasium. Since we were PNU students, we could pay discounted price for using these facilities in great conditions, such as fitness center. After working out from here, we used to go to Sansung, not Samsung. And maybe there is no one who hasn't heard about Sansung, right? If there is, you should listen carefully right now. Because Sansung is really special place where everyone can enjoy Korean drink, 막걸리, in campus legally. So, Sansang is a name indicating this place where several Korean pubs located. I definitely be assured that there is no campus where students and professors can drink with totally beautiful campus scenery. Is there anyone who haven't seen beautiful cherry blossoms in spring and colorful fallen leaves in the far near Gangnam Gymnasium? Why don't you drop by here? And the next stop is building of construction. Near here, there is an IME building, which is Integrated Mechanical Engineering Building. Somewhat long and surprising, right? Yeah. This is called 통합기계관 in Korean, and actually, this is where we are. So before explaining here, I'd like to have a short talk with you.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Okay.
Yeah. Have you heard about the news regarding this building built lately?
No, I haven't heard. This is first time to visit.
Yes, like
Wow.
her. Few students know here. Few students know this brand new building fully covered with glasses. Even me and Young view here a few days ago. So I've gotten awesome information about here to experience highly developed technologies in PNU. The heart of the IME building is free space, and in this area, you can make what you dreamed in your dream using these facilities. 3D printer. After taking free workshop, anyone who brings their own ingredient for his artwork can use this machine. So your dreams can be a reality. So go and get your own goods. And final station is...
Wait. I'd like to explain the last one.
Okay.
Sure? Oh, thank you. Also, you need to stop by the Busan Daehumun, even though there are no entertainment things in this place. But the reason why I recommend, there is some symbolic architecture represented our PNU. First, you can see the round entrance named 무지개문, the rainbow entrance. And a few years ago, it was our main entrance. And the door was built in order to celebrate our 10th anniversary of PNU opening. And near the entrance, you can see the Tower of Umbi, which is also our symbolic icon. The top of the tower, there is an eagle, which symbolizes our spirit of PNU who want to raise their academic knowledge and intelligence. Jisoo,
Yeah.
can I ask one interesting question about this eagle?
Sure.
Look at that. Does this bird want to fly or take a seat to rest?
Maybe take a seat to rest.
Oh, let's do it. The answer is to fly. Listen.
Yeah.
When the enormous typhoon named Nemi swept in 2003 in our PNU. Do you remember that?
Of course, it was so serious, I cannot forget it.
The bird also disappeared with the enormous typhoon, so the new bird was made. So people thought that the bird wanted to fly. So as a result, I am sure that you have own PNU pride when you visit here. So far, we look over our campus by Blue Bus routine. It's time to take up the Blue Bus. Have you enjoyed it? Yes. Have you enjoyed it?
Yes!
I wish you get more useful information through our presentation. By the end of the 2017, why don't you spend your last month looking around our beautiful campus? Then you can add one more valuable memory in your 2017 diary. Nowadays, many students always live in the same routine, studying in a library, in a classroom, and going back their home. So they don't know how beautiful their campus is. The famous attractions are not far away. Just take 30 minutes in your daily life and looking around our splendid university. Then you might feel that the happiness is not far away, but it is in our campus. After finishing our contest, let's go outside and enjoy our youth.
We are going to finalize our presentation with an acrostic point.
The Korean name, 삼행시.
Please give us each P and U rhyme.
Please enjoy your campus life.
Not wasting your valuable time. You only live once. YOLO! Thank you for listening.
네, 김지수, 김유영님 발표 잘 들었습니다. 이제부터 질의응답 시간이 있겠습니다. 배만호 교수님 질문해 주십시오.
예, 저 부산대학교를 처음 방문한 방문객들에게 순환버스를 타고 그 캠퍼스에 잘 알려진 장소를 갖다 이렇게 소개하는 발표를 잘 해주었습니다. 뭐 두 분 중에 한 사람 대답을 해도 좋은데 이 여러 장소를 많이 소개를 해주었는데 본인이 생각할 때 가장 부산대학교 하면 먼저 소개하고 싶은 장소가 있다면은 어디고 또 부산대학교를 가장 상징적으로 잘 보여주는 뭐 건물이나 조형물은 뭐라고 생각합니까, 본인이?
In part of our presentation, I told you that the Tower of Umbi and the round rainbow entrance is our famous architectures in our PNU. So I recommend these places to first visitors and foreign people. So I think this place is very good.
네, 벤메이 교수님 질문해 주십시오.
Hello. Hi, yes, the question. Yes, if you could change one thing about PNU campus, what would it be?
If I can, I want to change the circular bus. Actually, because I think other students, I mean not PNU students, cannot use this. I mean they do not use this. Actually, they don't know whether they can use this or not. So if I can, I want to change the policy of blue circular bus. Thank you.
Thank you.
네, 감사합니다. 다음 무역학부의 금호진 안남현님 올라와 주십시오.
Next, Kim Ho-jin and An Nam-hyun from the Department of Trade, please come up.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Before we start, thank you for giving us an honor to have speech up here. And you should know that we also really wanted to grab this chance.
Absolutely. So today we are gonna talk about our university, PNU. Abraham Lincoln once said, "I like to see a man proud of the place in which he lives. I like to see a man live so that his place will be proud of him." When I said the word PNU, I think each one of you had different images of PNU on your mind. So I think this stage would be a great chance to share proud PNU in our mind.
Anyway, sorry for late introduction of ourselves. I'm Kim and
This is An.
we are majoring in international trade. We might lower the average of English speaking ability here, but we are going to try our best and hopefully raise the average of passion and affection to this contest instead.
First of all, we will tell you about our story in PNU, and it will be a great honor if this story play a role in someone's PNU life.
Yes, that would be nice, except the fact that all I can see is just two idiots on a stage.
Yes, however, at least we are two positive, optimistic, and joyful idiots. Anyway, we will talk about how we could be a reliable partner to each other and why we decided to be on this stage together. This story started since how we met. In 2012, when cherry blossoms hadn't come into bloom, we met. We were assigned in one team which helps freshmen to adapt new life in our department. He was your captain of our team.
Yes, I was, and he was a trouble artist.
Excuse me?
When we were freshmen, we met a lot of people, not only inside our department, but also in PNU. We enjoyed freshman year every single day. If we saw the alcohol we had drunken, we could feel the water park in here.
Yeah, what a drunken year. Woo!
I truly can say that the freshman year was lit for two of us. But that didn't last forever.
Yes, because of the military service. In 2013, when cherry blossoms fell down like my hair, we were conscripted into Rock Army. Although we were in the army, we keep in touch with many letters talking about what we are going to do after finishing military service. And finally, when we were unbound, we started pursuing what we talked about before. In the struggle, in the hustle, working to our aim, sometimes we could count on each other, and sometimes we could be a stimulant and spur. This speech is also one of steps on the way to our goal.
So, from now on, I want to talk about how PNU helped us going through those steps. As Anne said, we started chasing our goals since we finished our military service. Gladly, PNU is filled full of opportunities for anybody who has will. I also got help from PNU many times, and in my case, it has been mainly about international experiences. I always wanted to study abroad and interact with people from other cultures. And when I was a high school student, my teacher told me that PNU has outstanding international programs. And it was true.
Yes.
There are various programs with countries from all around the world. So I studied in Lasal University in Philippines and took courses with students from Kyushu and Seinagakuin universities. But among them, the most memorable experience for me is being an exchange student at University of Copenhagen, Denmark. I learned and felt things that could be learned and felt in Korea, thanks for PNU. It may not apparently the ability of speaking English, but precious things indeed. It always helps me get along well with people from other cultures. So, I want you to take a look at the website of PNU International and open doors to abroad with PNU.
In my case, PNU let me know we can grab so many chances if we are an active person. I like to challenge things. One of them was took part in contests. Fortunately, I won the first prize from Mayor of Busan City in one of the contests. The winner can get opportunity to visit Shanghai. After being adult, it was my first experience going abroad. In Shanghai, it was pretty good. I mean, beyond expression. The strange culture made me curious because all stuff, including lifestyle and food, were totally different with Korean culture. It gave me a motivation which made me decide to take a travel around the world someday. And also, I always participated in clubs. And Kim also went out to clubs. Those are different kind of... Yeah, okay, sorry. Anyway, I was able to have precious experiences such as soccer competition or a contest exhibit. It was only possible because I'm one of members of clubs. But the best part is that I met lots of people and talked with many elders in there. Someone is a public official, someone is a bank clerk, someone is a traveler, and so on. They always recommend me to do just what I want to do. I was able to hold a conviction to take a trip around the world from them, and the plan is on the way. I can say to you with assurance, if I were a home person, I wouldn't be able to grab a chance to have a dream. I wouldn't be able to grab a chance to have a dream. Apparently, I've tried anything progressively. If you want to have something amazing in your heart, just give it a go out of your area. It will be certainly helpful for you.
I'm afraid that our speech is not enough to cover our whole experience with PNU. But one thing we want you to remember is how PNU can be a good place to find a good partner, right, Anne?
And also, PNU itself can be a partner for your meaningful and joyful university life, offering you plenty of opportunities like an exchange program or place to meet many people. There are a lot of opportunities for you besides those we mentioned.
So, do you remember the quote from Lincoln at the beginning? It was about mutual relation between one and one's place. So, those two are not separated after all. I'm proud of my place, PNU. I do things, PNU helps, and it makes PNU even greater. It's that simple. I think this speech contest could be a part of the cycle.
Yeah, it's sad, but our PNU story ends here. And now,
You should knock
and seek
or crush.
and rush for your goal with PNU. So,
Welcome to your PNU. Thank you.
네, 금호진 안남현님 발표 잘 들었습니다. 이제부터 질의응답 시간이 있겠습니다. 장경철 교수님 질문해 주십시오.
예, 너무 잘 들었고요. 준비를 많이 한 것 같아요. 목도 작다가. 네, 제가 한 가지 질문을 드리자면 두 분의 어떤 분이 대답을 하셔도 상관없는데 이제 여기서 소개한 몇 개 해외 대학을 가본 경험도 코펜하겐 대학이나 그래서 제가 가면 제일 좋은 경험을
Yes,
했고요.
professor.
그 다음에 또 상하이드 거기에서 체험한 것들 중에 가장 인상 깊었던 거 짧게 말씀해 주시고 그걸 토대로 해서 우리 학교가 이제 좀 개선해야 될 부분 또는 우리 학교가 이렇게 좀 바뀌었으면 하는 아까 한 질문과 비슷할 수 있는 그거에 대해서 말씀해
Thank you for question, and I want to answer to that question. And when I was at Copenhagen University, I took a course about gender and sexuality. Actually, Denmark is one of the most open, one of the country with most open sexual society. So, and I learned things that couldn't be learned in Korea. I think about like prostitution and pornography or like Western world. So I think university have to be more open and teach students more kind of, the real what the world is about. That's my answer. Thank you, Professor.
네, 벤메이 교수님 데니엘 교수님 질문해 주십시오.
All right, great job, guys. I can tell that you guys prepared a lot,
Thank you, Professor.
yeah, I enjoyed that you did a mix of humor, but also quite serious at the same time. My question is, I think that at the heart of your performance was talking about your partnership, that you guys have such a strong partnership. So could you explain a little bit about your personalities and why you two are a good match for each other?
I want to start first. Actually, I was more introvert person when the past, but he always took me out to the group and the right social groups, and I followed him, and I become more outgoing and outro person. So I really thank you for him about that.
And also, I think like him, but I prepared for this speech. We met other partner like that guys, Young and Jisoo. We are in same department. When we prepare for this speech, sometimes we could count on each other, and sometimes we could be a stimulant. Yeah, it's good. Thank you.
네, 감사합니다. 다음 영어영문학과의 정승희님, 스포츠과학부의 정승혜님 올라와 주십시오.
Hi everyone. Right on your view here, looking at the Busan survey map, there is a station named after our school, Busan National University. And back in the days, when I was first admitted to university, it made my heart flutter every time I passed the station. I imagined the beautiful campus would be spread out from the PNU subway station. However, unlike my expectations, what I encountered was a mountain. As the university is built in mountainside, and there are campus shuttle buses. We call them super, and we see them every day. Then, how do we use these shuttle buses? First, the buses wait for passengers in front of the exit number 3 of PNU subway station. The bus starts from there and passes through Busan Bank and PNU Main Gate, Administrative Building, Library, Law School Building, Chemistry Building, Art Building, Education Building, and Yeongham Gyms. As we are not freshers, we use the shuttle bus in many ways. What you have to bear in mind is the bus fare is different when you take the bus at Administrative Building in the PNU Main Gate. Why it is so? I suppose that it is because the university partially provide financial support to the passenger passing the school region starting from the PNU Main Gate. If you have enough time, I would like to recommend take a bus in PNU. I would like to recommend to take a bus in Administrative Building, the first station inside the campus, to spare a penny. Oh, we also have an interesting thing here. It is NC departmental store connected to the campus. This building is placed between the Administrative Building and PNU Main Gate on the border of the campus, so it looks like a school building in a way. Anyways, the reason why I'm talking about this building is that we can get the most out of it. As I mentioned, PNU is built in mountainside, so most roads are uphill. If you feel exhausted to climb up to the Administrative Building from the main gate, I do like to suggest to climb. If you feel exhausted to climb up to the Administrative Building from the main gate, I would like to suggest to use the escalator in the departmental store. You will be enjoying various goods such as cosmetics and shoes in the departmental store. Get the most out of NC departmental store.
Hi guys, thank you for listening to Seunghae, and here my name is Seunggi. Before I start, let me get something. You probably have the same question as we have had since we became friends. We are not sisters. As you can see, we look totally and absolutely different. So, by having the similar names, we somehow made us feel something special to each other, and we just became the best friends, like sisters. Now let's get down to business. What was her last word? She was almost like an advertiser of NC department store. No, I'm just kidding. She meant to use the escalator in the store to enter the campus the fast and convenient way. But it's true that I always find it very hard to ignore all of the 1+1 events at the cosmetic shops on the first floor. So you may have to be aware of it. So now let's talk about the rainy days. When it rains, you could see an unusual scenery afforded at the Busan National University Station. It is an endless line of students who are waiting to ride on the shuttle bus. The line of passengers is drawn out, even in the station inside. So this is because the school buildings are too far from the station for the students who want their clothes and shoes keep dry. So I would like to advise the freshers who have morning classes to depart from their home 20 minutes earlier than usual when it rains. Otherwise, you may have to run
되었습니다. 이제부터 질의응답 시간이 있겠습니다. 배만호 교수님 질문해 주십시오.
나는 처음에 두 사람 이름이 비슷해가지고 상동이 현진인 줄 알았는데 지금 얼굴을 보는 순간 아니란다 확인이 됐고 순환버스를 타고 부산대학교 그를 소개하는 그런 발표가 앞에 더 있었고 많은데 발표자는 이 PNU 신입생들과 이제 처음 방문객들에게 순환버스의 필요성하고 이렇게 이용방법에 대해서 잘 설명을 해주었습니다. 다른 것보다도 혹시 본인들 가운데서 순환버스를 타고 겪었던 아주 그 기억에 남는 그런 에피소드가 있으면은 하나 좀 들려주세요.
One day I took the bus and I was sitting, and an old lady took on right on, and I yielded my seat to her, and she was so pleased to me, and she gave some candies and chocolates to me, and it made my day.
Hello, good job on your presentation. In my home country, we actually have very serious health problems because people don't really walk anywhere and they don't exercise regularly, and that's a serious issue for us. Do you believe there are some positive things about the campus being on a mountain?
Yes, there must be some positive things, as you already mentioned. We can hike. You can see like hiking people around the campus, so we can hike every day we go to school. So that's a positive thing.
Thank you.
네, 감사합니다. 다음 한문학과의 황영수님, 도어동문학과의 황채영님 올라와 주십시오.
Now I'm here at Busan National University. I'm so nervous to be left alone, away from my hometown. But thankfully, I got my PNU buddy who is willing to help me get through this campus life. So I won't be left alone. I think it's really, really good to have such a good opportunity, a good programs called Foreign Language Exchange Body. It is really for foreign exchange students like me. And it's time to see her. Oh, there she is. Nice to see you.
Hello, good to see you too. I also want to say hello to everyone in front of me. Hello. Hello. Welcome. This is your first time at PNU, right? Yes, I'm pretty sure you like a campus life at Busan National University. I'm also happy to be your buddy, so I could help you. In case you don't know about Foreign Language Exchange Buddy, let me tell you briefly what it is.
Oh, well, actually, I'm fully aware of this program because I searched a lot about how the program works and how I can apply for this. And I'm fully about this program because how the program works and how I can apply for this campus activity. So, sorry. really good. So that I wouldn't such a good opportunity. Piano students who are willing to help me can apply for this campus activity.
Wow, yes, that was exactly what I was going to tell you about. I totally agree that this program is a good opportunity to exchange cultural background. Well, from now on, here PNU is where you have to study for a while, so I think it is good for you to know about Busan National University. So I would like to introduce some interesting facts or something you should know about PNU. First of all, here, this October 16th Memorial Hall where you stand is the proud of PNU. In 1979, ex-President Park Chung-hee dissolved parliament and he got all of the politic authority. PNU students were in the forefront of the political reform, and that is called 부마민주 항쟁운동. Many students at that time wasn't afraid of the risk of their death, and finally, owed to them, we are able to retrieve the freedom. We should never take this freedom for granted.
Oh, sounds great. I can't take the lecture. By the way, what is sound and why do people look so excited?
Well, now I want to tell you about the class which is really famous at PNU. There is a suitable lecture for those who are looking for a meaningful course, and it is called Hyoan Libertas. Hyoan, this is really famous lecture at PNU, and many students want to listen to it. Hyoan in Korean word, it is 새벽발. 새벽발 is where Saint Wonyo has lived at ascetics. Saint Wonyo devoted himself to train his mind, and his meaning of achievement, purity, and sincerity awakes our dreams and enthusiasm. Unlike other classes, in this lecture, professors are not limited. Different people who make their lives by their own meaning are invited to this class, and they just talk about what they want to. They share their knowledge, or they share their lives, how they struggle to make their present state. Many students like this class because they think this is the biggest difference between high school and college. They think this class is what they had dreamed for. Actually, I also took this class last semester and I really enjoyed it. I highly recommend this lecture to you.
Oh, sounds great. I can take the lecture. By the way, why the people look so excited?
Oh, haven't you heard about October Festival? On October, PNU throw a festival, and all we have to do is just forget about the stressful life and have fun with friends. I think in a couple of hours later, the festival will begin. Why don't you hang out with me tonight? Tonight will be your most memorable night. Tonight will be your most memorable night.
Oh. And I can't take. Sorry. I really miss my buddy. She was so nice and she looks very proud to be a piano student. And I couldn't those nights. And I want to do this night, and I remember I enjoyed the October Festival, and we enjoyed, and many young people entered the October Festival. October festival, and many young people who wanted to enter the singing contest can enjoy their youth.
And we also made our foods by ourselves, and we really enjoyed it.
I keep wait to every meaning of PNU, and I really want to be Busan National University student, and now I'm here and I become a student of Busan National University. I'm now in real Hyonin. Thank you for listening.
네, 황영수, 황채영님 발표 잘 들었습니다. 이제부터 질의응답 시간이 있겠습니다. 장영철 교수님 질문해 주십시오.
사실은 칭찬해 드리려고 어려운 환경에서 끝까지 잘 마무리 해주시죠. 네, 제가 질문 하나 하고 싶은데 그때 그 언어 교환 도우미를 한 경험이 있는지 있어요? 있으면은 그때 가장 인상 깊었던 일, 물론 이런 소개하고 이런 것도 그 중에 있었겠지만 특별히 좋았던 점이 있으면 한 가지 얘기해 주세요.
Last year, when I was a freshman, I really did apply for foreign language exchange buddy, and I was paired up with a Chinese girl, and we had a really good friendship, and she invited me to her house, and she made Chinese traditional food for me, and it was really good because in Korea I have no opportunity to have a real Chinese food, so I really like it. Thank you.
네, 데니엘 교수님 질문해 주십시오.
Great job, and don't feel too shy. It takes a lot of courage to come up here and do what you guys are doing, so you should feel good about that. And I wanted to ask you, you mentioned one course that you said was a very popular course with students. As a professor at this university, I'm always curious what courses the students really enjoy and maybe which courses they don't enjoy. So could you tell us anything more about some either very popular or least popular courses? Don't say practical English though, that's my class. Thanks.
Well, I think, like I told you before, Juan Libertas is popular course because it is really meaningful course. And also another popular course, I think it is called 성애과학 because it is, well, maybe I hadn't taken that class yet, but many students like it because 성애과학 talks about real love or, yeah, so I'm pretty sure that here you'll understand what I'm talking about. Thank you.
네, 감사합니다. 네, 다음 국제학부의 김다영님, 심리학과의 이가현님 올라와 주십시오.
Hello, my name is Taeyong Kim, as a 15th member of Busan National University. Before we start, I want to have a small question. How did you feel at the first moment of you starting the new chapter in PNU? Yeah, there's an active voice. Thank you. Yeah, I can understand the smiling and grinning faces of you recalling the very moment. Yeah, I was too filled up with a feeling of pride and a great deal of achievement when I was freshman. But these days, I thought there are cases where the opposite could occur to be true. I want to tell you about a Turkish friend of mine named Sarah. One day, Sarah once called me up to see me, and her face seemed not so much bright as usual. To her, being freshman by herself, everything would be wonderful and flawless when she ventures out to study in the other country. Rather, things did not roll out all along. As it turned out, it was exceedingly difficult for her to get used to living in the city of Busan. And at the time, she looked so much empty and depressed with no motivation to study further. As one of representative member, I felt strongly responsible and I was eager to help her with my best assistance. And because I understand the challenges of freshmen since I too was freshman by myself, and I believe that without the essential information of A to Z about PNU and if Korea as a whole, initial expectation would be vulnerable to be spoiled. Therefore, I and my lovely teammate Taehyun would deliver explicit information of PNU wrapped up with sincere mind for foreigners in PNU and in other parts of Busan to get used to have a better and more satisfying lives. Busan metropolitan city, which is PNU, where PNU is located, is a bustling city of about 3.5 billion residents, which is the second biggest city of Korea. Its natural environment is surrounded by Haeundae Beach, mountains, and hot springs. And it is one of the most favorable cities by the global film industry, with the fame gained by Busan International Film Festival. The prominence of PNU is far-reaching around the globe. It is ranked the top first of all national universities by QS University Rankings. And marking its 71st anniversary this year, it is number one national university that is based on the principles of truth, freedom, and service. With 4 regionally specialized campuses, PNU strives for excellence to achieve the power of integration and growth. Each campus goes by the name of Busan, Yangsan, Mirang, and Ami. To deliver more about Busan campus, 4 major facilities are very conspicuous to get attention, including museum, PNU V-Space, and PNU library and dormitory. PNU Museum displays various artifacts. Since its opening in 1946, it has helped students and the general public to appreciate the ancient and traditional cultures of Korea. PNU V-Space is an open space for everyone and given us many facilities and equipment, so like 3D printers for making products and by advising and training for making product creation. PNU Library has about 4,760,000 books and operates specialized reference and information service such as iCommons and Foreign Research Information Center. And PNU Dormitory has about 500 international residents, creating an international atmosphere within and around the residential areas. And the next contents will be introduced by my awesome teammate, Taehyun.
Alright, thank you Taehyun for your introduction of PNU. And from now on, let me go into further details which may address your essential interests. When it comes to choosing a right educational institution, I believe 3 important factors should never be overlooked. Those are the vision, the financial aid, and the renowned majors of the university. To begin with the global projects of PNU, Busan National University has established academic cooperation with over 400 universities and institutions in 53 countries. As a result of this active global project, a lot of foreign students are choosing PNU. And for those students, we provide Korean language course, which aims not only progress of language skills, but also understanding of Korea. On top of that, PNU Summer School is also provided to enrich both cultural and educational experience. With the programs that I mentioned, you guys might think that the tuition would be very expensive, but then Busan National University is a national university which gets support from the central government. So the tuition is remarkably low than those of other private universities. Also, we provide a lot of diverse opportunities for scholarships to international students, and which are academic scholarship and Korean language scholarship. Academic scholarship is literally for students who get good grades and is given up to 20% of students in a department. And Korean language scholarship is a scholarship for students who get high score in test of proficiency in Korean. Next up is PNU Undergraduate School. There are a variety of departments in Busan National University, but since we have limited time, I'll just explain the department that is popular to international students. The most popular department for international students is GSP. And GSP's vision is to offer students with academic experience like that provided in North America and European universities. Before we wrap up, I want to ask you a question again. How do you feel about? I'm sorry, I'm kind of nervous, so I'm like trimming. And I also have an experience as a foreign exchange student, so I'm pretty sure you guys are feeling the same way as I did, filled with expectation, excitement, and also concern. That's why I feel responsible to let you guys know more about PNU, not only as a representative member of PNU, but also as a former exchange student. And before we wrap up, I want to ask you another question. How do you feel now about starting the new chapter in PNU? I hope our team has provided enough answer for you guys to make your own answer. And thank you for your attention.
감사합니다. 부산대학교입니다. 네, 김다영, 이가현님 발표 잘 들었습니다. 이제부터 질의응답 시간이 있겠습니다. 배만호 교수님 질문해 주십시오.
예, 수고하셨습니다. 부산대학교의 홍보대사로서 외국인에게 우리 부산대학교를 소개하는 그런 발표를 해주는데 아주 광범위하게 학교 역사부터 시작해가지고 캠퍼스 심지어 등록금 장학금까지 다 발표를 해주셨는데요. 제가 질문하고 싶은 것은 여러 가지 여러 학과도 있고 또 캠퍼스도 있고 하지만은 자신이 홍보대사로서 가장 자신 있게 자랑스럽게 소개할 수 있는 그런 학과라든지 아니면 프로그램이라든지 아니면 건물이라든지 이런 거 있으면은 좀 소개해 주세요. 간단하게. 네.
Thank you for your question. And the moment that you start to answer, given the question, one building popped up to my mind, which is Humanity Building, where English literature is actually studying in that building. And as a representative member, I feel very pride on that building because the building is actually designated as cultural properties of Korea. And I think in a campus, in a university campus, the fact that a building in a campus is designated as cultural properties of a country, I think is a very remarkable thing. Yeah, to get attention by many parts of the world. So I feel very pride in that building, and I think the reason that Humanity Building is so precious for us is it's actually the design, the architectural design the building has. And to put a little more detailing, the building has the feature which is there's some vacancy in the first floor, which is in architecture term pivoty design. And and that is in that time, as a modern period, there was a very the design was very remarkable at the time. Okay, thank you.
All right, good job on your presentation, guys. Here at Busan National University, what is your feeling about courses that are taught entirely in foreign languages with no Korean whatsoever? What is your feeling about that?
I haven't gone into an entirely English course, so I think Taeyong would probably know better because since she majored in the Department of Global Studies, so she'll answer.
Okay, the very first moment I started to apply the major, which is the global studies. The reason is just literally in your question, because I love the courses that are taught entirely in English, and I felt with about secondary schools and elementary schools, I've always taught in Korean, and the fact that I can study in completely other environment was very fresh for me. And every classes and every assignments are completely conducted in English, and it was very fresh and very motivated for me to study further with other international students. Yes, it was very meaningful for me to study stay still in PNU.
All right, thank you.
네, 감사합니다. 다음 신문방송학과의 정민성님, 산업공학학과의 정래지님 올라와 주십시오.
Hello, my name is Jung Min-seop. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon. Glad to be here.
Are you sure it is a good afternoon? To me, it is a super nervous afternoon. This white stage overwhelms me. How can I deal with?
Okay. Take a deep breath. And introduce yourself first.
Thank you. Hello, my name is Jung Ji. And today we are going to talk about the first president of Busan National University. Let's get started.
Gyeongham Songgeum-jo. This statue is now laid right in front of the main building. If you are new in this campus, you can think he might be the founder of this school, but that's wrong. He is a contributor who donated his property to the university, but not a founder. Actually, we don't have the statue of the founder in our campus, but we do have a founder whom we can feel proud of. Most of us don't know who he is, but most of us do receive a great benefit from what he had done for this university.
Yoon In-gu. He is the first president of Busan National University. He is not a mere head of school, but a profound philosopher, an earnest educator, and a visionary founder who designed the first draft of this school. In fact, the trace of his life is all about the beginning of PNU. Let us walk you through the story behind Dr. Yoon's life and the birth of the school.
In the early days, Dr. Yoon spent most of his time studying abroad. When he came back to Korea in 1931, the country's education condition was nothing short of wasteland. At the time, the Japanese colonial government was afraid if education would inspire Koreans' spirit of independence. For this reason, Koreans were only allowed to take the very basic educational course. This lack of learning made Koreans stay unenlightened and made their life miserable. Living in this era of ignorance, Dr. Yoon In-gu started to feel the need of public institutions offering a higher education for its nationals.
Dr. Yoon's resolution began to crystallize into a concrete plan in 1945, after Korea was finally liberated. His plan is to build a university, but he did not want to build a private school, but a public school, because he believed that the country should take a responsibility to provide a high-quality education to its people. So he decided to establish university first and let the government operate it in a stable condition. Soon, his idea appeared to the citizens, local influencers, and the religious groups in his hometown, the city of Busan. And eventually, in 1946, thanks to their abundant support, Busan National University opens its gateway with an official permit from the Ministry of Education.
Then came the humble beginning. Although PNU has its provisional classrooms in Daeyeon-dong and Daeshin-dong, it was always troubled with the shortage of space and facilities. To top it off, the outbreak of Korean War made the situation worse. Everything went haywire, from A to Z, from money to human resources. Literally, his board journey seemed to be wrecked.
Nevertheless, Dr. Yoon's resolutions had never compromised his commitment. In 1954, he invited General Whitcomb, a former US-based commander in Busan, to PNU. Yoon presented a blueprint to construct a public education system for whoever cares to learn, saying, "General, would you invest in the future of PNU?" Whitcomb gladly admitted and promised to provide a wide range of financial assistance. And with this profuse support, Dr. Yoon In-gu finally built a campus under the Kumjeong Mountain with 2 colleges and named it Hyowan, the land of daybreak. He looked ahead into the future where young students cultivate their wisdom and intelligence. And as he believed, today, Busan National University enjoyed its reputation as one of the top universities in Korea and contributes to the development of the nation by producing prominent experts and talented leaders.
Even after stepping down from office, Dr. Yoon In-gu donated most of his property to the university, but asked his students not to leave his statue or the things that can idealize him in the campus. In 1986, he passed away at the age of 83. And in 1991, after receiving the consent from his bereaved wife, the university finally built in Dokwan, the Memorial Hall. Dr. Yoon In-gu dreamed impossible dream. In the days of 1950s, many people criticized him, saying, building the ivory tower on the wasteland is a ridiculous idea. But he made dream come true. It was Dr. Yoon's initiative, drive, and enthusiasm that played an outsized role in establishing the first national university in Korea.
We wish every student here to know his dedication and achievement, and proudly say, I'm now studying in Busan National University, founded by its first president, Yoon In-gu.
Thank you.
네, 정민석, 정예진님 발표 잘 들었습니다. 이제부터 질의응답 시간이 있겠습니다. 장경철 교수님 질문해 주십시오.
네, 굉장히 준비를 많이 하신 것 같아요. 저 사진 구하기 굉장히 힘들 텐데 준비를 많이 했어요. 제가 뭐 여러 가지 질문을 생각했었는데 그냥 즉흥적으로 딱 느낌이 드는 질문이 두 분 중에 한 분이 총장이 되신다. 부산대 총장이 나중에 20, 30년 뒤에 되신다면 어떻게 살고 싶으세요? 또는 부산 내에 어떻게 기여하고 싶으세요?
I believe the fundamental value of Dr. Yun is the 홍익인간 spirit, working and living for the benefit of all mankind. So if I became the head of this university, I want to make students work and live for the benefit of all mankind. Like Yun with a long-term vision, not about the practical things. I believe the university is not a place to study something practical one, but we can study in the profound values, and we can cultivate our life, and we can contribute on our nation's development. That is the core value of this Busan National University. Thank you for
네, 데니엘 교수님 질문해 주십시오.
Okay, great job, guys. You obviously prepared a lot, and I really appreciate it because I didn't know too much about this man, so I got to learn a lot through your presentation. And that leads me to my question. First of all, why did you choose to make your presentation about Dr. Yoon? And also, do you feel most students know this story, or are many students like myself unaware of this?
Maybe I guess majority of these students would not know this, since I asked many PNU students about this guy, and they said, as I said, like Gyeongnam Songgumjo, his statue is now standing on in front of the main building, and they believe they just encountered it, and they just naively believe he is the founder of this school, but actually Dr. Yun doesn't want be idealized, so he didn't make a statue in our campus, so maybe many students would not know about this guy. And what struck me most, his life impressed me, that his selfless dedication. He's a priest, Christian priest, and we can just normally think that priests would build a mission school, like Christian university. But actually there's lots of priests in that time, and they built many Christian schools. But he doesn't want it. He believed education should be controlled by the government and stably supported. And I heard that this idea derived from the Adam Smith when he studied in England. Thank you.
네, 감사합니다. 다음 환경공학과의 이성규님, 언어정보학과의 이태웅님 올라와 주십시오.
In 1978, when my mother was 20, with a dream to be a nurse like a nightingale and with a thrill to enjoy campus life, she entered the Department of Nursing Science at Busan National University, where I'm standing now. A year later, in 1979, she did not really go to school. Was my mom lazy? No. Back then, the Korean government monitored every single class of the university in Korea, and if there were any dubious signs of protest against the president of those days, the class should have shut the door by force. In October 16, 1979, on my mother's way to school, she found that the street was crowded with a bunch of students, and she got a letter from one of them. Love letter? Absolutely no. The letter she received added that the Declaration of Democracy, which was written and spread far and wide by the students of PNU. Together with the students from Gyeongnam University, they fought against the Yushin regime of the strongman Park Jong-hee, which is known as Duma Democratic Protest. They were fierce advocates in the fight against the dictatorship and injustice. To say it changed the lives of Busan citizens is an understatement. It changed Korea as a whole, and the lesson they embedded us continued last year with 10 billion candles against another park with the strongman's daughter. Today, in 2017, over 30,000 students are studying at PNU and defending justice with enthusiasm, taking after our admirable seniors.
We are standing today here to introduce the spirit of the PNU that have been inherited from this Duma democratic protest. And the spirit is the integrity for democracy. We can definitely say that PNU still keeps its integrity in mind as the ever first university where the president is voted over the people, by the people, and for the people in PNU. Yes, PNU has a right to choose the president with its hand, while other universities cannot choose themselves, but were governed by the one we sent from the government agency or the deterrent. The fact that we can choose our leader with its hand is a symbol of justice, as well as one of the foundations of our society. And if the university cannot choose the president with its hand, the corruption starts to prevail and the integrity be compromised. The prime example of it occurred in last year under the name of 제1회 scandal. Last year in October, it turned out that an unqualified old woman named 제1회 had bossed around the entire country behind the former president Park Geun-hye for years. And at the center of this influence peddling scandal was the preferential treatment for her daughter named Chung Yu-ra. Actually, she got the illicit admission to the Ewha Women's University, one of the prestigious universities in South Korea, and even obtained fabricated grades without attending the class. And all these could happen because the president at the time in Ewha Women's University was assigned by the indirect voting system. So, having connections with the government and 제1회, the president had held a scheme designed to feed the Chung Yu-ra's education. This is what the undeserved leader can do it with its power.
People in PNU, however, has never compromised our democratic integrity and has never kept our head down to the political power of some sort. Keeping the integrity, however, was costly and comes with sacrifice. In 2015, the Korean government forced PNU to rescind the direct election system and wanted to assign the president of our university at their taste. The loss of right to vote and the deterioration of democracy made PNU angry. Of them, one professor named Ko Hyun-chul of the Department of Korean Language and Literature was greatly distressed because of this, and so, with dauntless courage and conviction, he threw himself into death in order to fight against the wrongs with all his might. If sacrifice is needed for genuine democracy, I will take it, said Professor Ko in his will. Owing largely to his sacrifice, in the fall of 2015, we could bring back the direct election system and could take back our integrity of PNU.
So here we are again, and that's how PNU goes. We cannot forget the sacrifice of many people in PNU, from the students in Duma democratic protest to the late Professor Ko Hyun-chul. We need to tell the story that started here, the University of Integrity. And the theme of this talk is the gratitude for our Savior's devotion and sacrifice. And to us, if you really want to give thanks to them, you need to step outside of that tiny terrified space of oblivion and look around at each other and look out at the vast, glorious, and beautiful history of PNU and be able to say,
Wow, you lived, you sacrificed, and I will tell your story. Thank you.
thank you.
네, 이성규, 이태훈님 발표 잘 들었습니다. 이제부터 질의응답 시간이 있겠습니다. 배만호 교수님 질문해 주십시오.
예, 발표 잘 들었습니다. 그 부모님 세대 그 유신 독재에 항거한 그 국마 항쟁으로부터 시작해가지고 최근에 우리 저 부산대학교의 그 총장 직선제 고수에 이르기까지 우리 부산대학교의 뭐 민주주의 수호를 위한 의지 뭐 이런 것을 희생을 잘 알려주셨는데 저는 하나 뭐 그냥 간단하게 묻고 싶은 것이 총장 뭐 직선제 간선제에 대해서는 뭐 간선제가 더 좋다는 사람도 뭐 있는데 총장 직선제의 어떤 뭐 필요성과 또 거기에 따른 학생들이 여기에 직선제에 참여해서 투표하는 것에 대한 그 생각이 어떻는지 좀 이야기해 주시 바랍니다.
Thank you for your question, Professor. And the question is the benefit of the direct voting system in university. I think it is inevitable and inevitable for our society because we are living in a democratic society, which means we should vote for our leader by ourselves with our hands. So, whether it is good or not, under our society, we should keep this direct voting system. And the second question is should the student attend this voting system or not? In this question, I believe students should, as a member of the university. Thank you.
All right, good job on your presentation. Some similarities in my home country where students are getting involved in protesting against negative things, especially having to do with the government. A lot of the older generation points at saying, you are students. You need to focus on studying and getting a job. You're wasting your time with these protests. If someone said that to you, what would you say to them?
I think studying and protest for government is on the same line for me, because we study for the benefit of all mankind in our society, and we protest for benefit of our society. That is what I believe. And so I think if someone who are older than me asks that question, I would say it's part of my study.
Thank you.
네, 감사합니다. 다음 국제학부의 변전윤님, 기계공학부의 김수학님 올라와 주십시오.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We are today's hosts, Suan Kim
and Jung-Yun Byung.
On our program, Welcome, First Time in PNU, we're going to take an exquisite tour of Busan National University. Following our trajectory we're going to step, there is no doubt in my mind that you would end up either old faces or new faces, experts in PNU. So, what is the place joining?
In this first episode of our program, we are going to walk you through a story of Nokta, a playing field that you pass every day.
Nokta. have one question to ask. Is there any specific reason behind your choice of topic? I mean, I knew that Nocta is a fund source for the introduction of PNU, but to my knowledge, there are also a lot of other historical and meaningful places in PNU as well. For example, Humanities Building, 1016th Memorial Hall, and PNU Museum. So, why Nocta?
Well, Suan, this is because Nocta is the place that has been always around since PNU's foundation, and it has gone through ups and downs of PNU all along the way. I can say that if you know about Nocta, then you know about PNU. In this sense, Nocta is nothing short of an embodiment of PNU in and of itself.
Yes, that's right. Thanks for giving me a fresh reminder. On today's show, we're going to take a close look at Nocta. Here we go.
Nocta is an abbreviated form of Nongnan Kanta, an ample site in direct translation. Here, ample implies that the place is big enough to embrace the zeitgeist, the spirit of the times. So to speak, it was named not simply because it was large and spacious, but because it was capable for hugging the outcry of freedom in the tumultuous period in the 1970s and 80s. The first start was in October 15, 1979, when PNU students in Nocta vociferously shouted against the revitalizing reform or Yushi. Motivated by PNU students, the number of protesters got swollen. Students at their forefront and people comprising of all walks of life marched and fought against the autocracy. Then the next day, in October 16th, the movement spread from campus to street and even through other cities. So, how do we call this protest?
Yes, you mean Puma Democratic Protest? It was named after Busan's Bu and Ma Aro Masa. See?
That's right. Burma Democratic Protest was one of the most influential protests that has made today's democracy that took place first in PNU Nocta. Yet people's desire for democratic freedom has never been cooled off even after the Burma protest. Then came the June Democratic Uprising in 1987. In retrospect, one of the ardent protesters named Kim In-gi reflects the memories of the days as follows.
80년대 당시에는 전두환 정권의 폭압이 극에 달할 때였고 그때 이 땅의 민주화를 요구하는 시위가 거의 매일 있었어요. 그때 넉터는 부산대 민주주의의 성지, 민주주의를 외치는 광장이었죠.
Yes, Nocta was the mecca for democracy warriors in PNU. But soon, I feel like Nocta has been losing its meaning together with its diminished size. What's your opinion about that?
Yes, Jong-yun, it is true that after 2008, Nocta got smaller in its size. However, just because it has compromised in its size does not necessarily mean that its meaning was also put on the downward spiral. As society became much freer and more democratic as a result of the past student movements, PNU had gotten more room to embrace other cultural diversities, yielding its space at the request of societal changes, the zeal for leisure and entry into society.
Yeah, it was Nocta that took the venture for the zeal, wasn't it?
Yes, that's right. We shaped. Nocta started giving away opportunities for those enthusiasts, all while holding annual events in successful fashion, such as Daron Festival and October Festival in commemoration of Burma Democratic Protest. And its renewal was a successful one. More people came and enjoyed at Nocta more diverse opportunities. For sports-inclined people, Nocta offered a platform in close proximity to the main beach. It provided a floor finding out for basketball players and skateboarders, one of them making a hike all the way up to Gyeongju Gymnasium, which is placed on top of campus. For the aspiring job seekers, it doubled its function as a plaza for decent job opportunities, holding job fairs. Those career experts were great for both sides, recruiters looking for their desired candidates and students who want to find their best suited future career. These changes were all in response to an increasing demand for such places and from the people who were living at that moment in time. And Nocto was the one that made them come true.
Absolutely. To summarize today's episode, Nocto is the place reflecting the timelines of PNU. The ground stood up for students yelling for democracy in the era of democratic movement.
As time went by, the craving of the student has changed, and so does the use of Nocto, which was once a main spot furnishing for democracy, is now serving students at the field to enjoy all the spiritual freedom, including festivals and sports, and help them be ready to take off for their own future.
The land remembers the collective attitude of students, and Nocto is the mirror blaring the trajectory of PNU. It was Jonghyun
And Suwon
from Welcome First Time in PNU, and we are going to come back with another episode next Friday. Thank you.
네, 변정윤님, 김수환님 발표 잘 들었습니다. 이제부터 질의응답 시간이 있겠습니다. 장경철 교수님 질문해 주십시오.
예, 그 마지막까지 정리를 해준 덕터의 변화, 그 문맥 맥락을 짚어주셔서 감사한데, 그럼 2030년쯤에 여러분이 바꾸고 싶다면 어떤 모습의 덕터를 한번 생각할 수 있는지, 어떤 식으로 바꾸고 싶은지 얘기해 줄 수 있나요? 생각해 본 적이.
I think that we've been through the democratic uprisings, and in the recent years, not recent years, the last year, we undergone the impeachment of former President Park Geun-hye. And I think when it comes to the development of democracy, I think we are still on our way. And I think the impeachment of former President Park is one of those milestone that we are going to, we are becoming a better democracy society. And by the year of 2030, I think we can fully enjoy the full democracy like that of Europe or just developed countries. And this is our prospect.
네, 데니엘 교수님 질문해 주십시오.
All right, excellent job with that. I really enjoyed that you specified your presentation to just Nukta and really spent a lot of time discussing that place. So I'm wondering about your personal memories of Nukta. Do you have any experiences that made this a really special place for you personally?
It's been just a year that I entered PNU, but I once got an opportunity to introduce PNU to my high school juniors. At that time, I met them first in Nocto, and I showed them kind of overall pictures of PNU in that place. And that was the place that I had introduced Nocto and also PNU, and also I took picture with them. And so I think Nocto is not just a place that we can, as we deliver the presentation, we enjoy sports or something, but meet people and have our leisure time here. Thank you.
네, 감사합니다. 네, 2인 부문 발표가 모두 끝났습니다. 시상에 앞서 2부 심사위원이셨던 영어영문학과 벤메이 교수님께서 발표에 관한 코멘트를 해주시겠습니다. 앞으로 나와주세요.
The team presentations have now all been given. Before the awards ceremony, Professor Ben May of the Department of English Language and Literature, who was a judge for the second round, will now give some comments about the presentations. Please come up to the stage.
This one, I guess. All right, surprise speech. I had no idea I would be making a speech today. So I'm nervous too, all right? I want to say congratulations to everyone. You all did a great job. I know how scary it can be to stand up here and really be judged with everyone's eyes upon you. So I want you to be very proud of yourself. So take your hand and pat your back, say good job, all of you. Congratulations. So yes, I was very impressed with your speaking ability, but also stage presence. You're doing a great job. You're on the right road, so keep going, all right? Here in Korea, you say, "화이팅!" All right, good job, thank you.
네, 감사합니다. 지금부터 결과를 집계하는 동안 경품 추첨 및 휴식 시간을 갖도록 하겠습니다. 경품 추첨이 진행되는 동안은 자리를 비우지 말아 주십시오.
While we wait for the results, we will now conduct the second prize raffle during this break. Please stay seated for the prize raffle.
추첨은 배만호 교수님, 장경철 교수님께서 해주시겠습니다.
자, 23번.
네, 23번. 네, 축하드립니다.
있습니까? 네. 다음 31번.
축하드립니다.
감사합니다. 58번.
축하드립니다.
일부보다 2부가 상품권이 더 큰 걸로 알고 있는데.
5,000원, 만원, 15,000원입니다.
32번.
32번 계신가요? 32번.
아깝네요. 좋습니다. 18번.
18. 축하드립니다. 교수님 한 번 더 뽑아주세요.
(28번)
28번 축하드립니다.
감사합니다.
(46번)
46번 축하드립니다.
49번
49번 축하드립니다.
47번
47번 계신가요? 47번 안 계신가요? 다시 뽑겠습니다.
55번
55번 계신가요? 다시 뽑겠습니다.
39번
39번 계신가요? 축하드립니다.
(30번)
30번 축하드립니다.
16번
16번 축하드립니다. 네, 2차 경품 추첨이 완료되었습니다. 앞으로 약 20분간 휴식 시간을 갖도록 하겠습니다.
The second round prize raffle has now been completed. We will now conduct a 20-minute break.